want you to close your eyes and think about a time that you were completely hopeless, grief-stricken, and alone. For me, that moment was when I was diagnosed with autoimmune-related interstitial lung disease. I remember the doctor looking at me and telling me I had pulmonary fibrosis and explaining to me that this was a disease that was going to continue to get worse over time. I remember leaving the appointment and feeling super overwhelmed. I had no idea what pulmonary fibrosis was. So I literally Googled, pulmonary fibrosis. It tells you you have 3 to 5 years to live, which is just terrifying. So I remember just bawling, just thinking about what that meant for me in my life at that point. My daughter was just starting kindergarten. It had been the plan to, start trying for another kid. So I asked my rheumatologist, can I still try to get pregnant? And she was like, actually, no, you can't on this medication. That was really heartbreaking. You have this idea of how your life's gonna be, and then all of a sudden you hit this giant bump in the road that you can't recover from. There was a point in time where I was just mad. I was mad because it's like, this shouldn't have happened to me. This isn't something that people my age get. I think that it was hard for other people to relate to me because, you look at me and I don't look sick. So it was very hard to be able to tell someone I am sick and I am sad. That first year, I would make my daughter sleep with me so I could just be close to her all the time. And I would just literally just stare at her and just cry because it was just like, am I not gonna see her graduate high school? Am I not gonna see her get married? Am I never gonna meet my grandkids? So all of that, it puts you in a spot where you just are so sad all the time. And so I think that trying to get out of that headspace was really important for me, trying to be more positive for her too, because, the people around you can feel when you're feeling sad and it really brings everyone down. And that wasn't what I wanted. I wanted everyone to be positive and happy. At that point, what I was looking for that was really missing was someone to relate to. So I asked my doctor, are there any support groups for people my age? She's like, well, why don't you look into the Pulmonary Fibrosis Foundation? You can go online and you can search for support groups in your area, or you could probably start your own. I had no idea you could just start your own support group. But after that first meeting, I was just really surprised at how well it went. That was such a refreshing moment. It really changed, honestly, my whole idea of this disease and what I can do with it and how I can help people like myself. When you first get diagnosed, your world is very small. You think, okay, this is just me in this situation. And finding the Pulmonary Fibrosis Foundation, all of a sudden it didn't feel like I was gonna have to manage it by myself. And I think that's what really helped me turn the tides to this whole thing. 4 years ago when I was diagnosed, I would never think that I would have been a part of a foundation and have started a support group. But today, I've really been able to take the reins with the disease and not only understand it more, but be able to take control of it again. I want to be able to make a difference and help support people like myself. And the PFF really helps patients like myself just by creating the community they have. And that community is making a difference. Now close your eyes and think about a time when you felt joy and hope, like you were truly revitalized. For me, that was finding the right care and the Pulmonary Fibrosis Foundation. They gave me the hope that I so desperately needed. Now open your eyes. Together, we can give hope to patients like me.